Welcome to the Howdy Boomy Show. Here it is, Monday, the 28th of August, the last week of August. Fall is coming on soon. 54 degrees here in Buffalo this morning when I got up and walked outside, so it was a little crisp. Not exactly pool weather, but you never know what's going to happen later on. I hope the weather in your area isn't too bad where you're flooded or hotter than hell, or now that it's hurricane season out in Florida. So it's going to be a great week, I hope. I hope for all of you. I hope Labor Day is coming up, and I hope you celebrate with the family and have a very, very nice time. I saw where Victor Shokin, who was the prosecutor in Ukraine investigating Burisma, spoke out, and he said he was fired. He was fired because Joe Biden didn't like him investigating Burisma, of which his son was on the board of directors, and Mr. Shokin already sees some assets of a crooked partner of Burisma and was looking at them seriously for corruption when all of a sudden he was fired. After Joe Biden visited Ukraine, and shortly after he was fired, $1 billion in U.S. aid came to the Ukraine. A little bit of a hook there. Can't understand it, but he said, Mr. Shokin did, that both Hunter Biden and Joe Biden were paid millions of dollars by Burisma for favors. Now, whether you believe him or not, it has to be verified. With all these stuff that's been going on here, all the corruption entities that the Bidens own, the 16 shell companies, and you don't form those unless you're going to launder money. All the IRS whistleblowers, you have to investigate it. And you have to realize there's something going on here. These are some very, very corrupt people that occupy that White House. It's a corrupt family. And it has to be investigated. And what amazes me is, I think down deep the Democrats know what's going on, but they have to put up this face. And how after a while, if you were a rational human being, if you believe right and wrong, that you stand by this and keep on backing him. I can understand a friend, etc., but when all this corruption, the pay-for-play schemes come about, and you see all these fake companies, you have to wonder what's going on, and you have to ask questions, but they're not. And what's worse yet is the press that knows what's going on refuses to do it. And you wonder, how can an editor of a newspaper lie so much? Don't they have a conscience? I mean, what would their parents think? Don't they have a conscience if you're lying? You perpetrate a lie? I would hope that the media would really, really start to put the pressure on. And once that missing link, the actual dollar transfer, is found, we get rid of these people. Unfortunately, Kamala Harris is waiting in the wings, which scares the hell out of everybody. But put it this way, Joe Biden is not running the show. Anybody who sees him in public, who watches on television and watch him speak, realizes he does not have the mental capability to handle the job. He's being handled, he's being told what to say by Barack Obama and his puppets in the administration that are advising Joe Biden what to do, which is why this country is in the shape that it's in. Mass robberies, flash crowds coming in and stealing, Nordstrom, jewelry stores in San Francisco, price of oil, $4 a gallon now here in Buffalo. Everything going on, right from wrong, is no longer a truism here in America. The mayor of Chicago is suing Kia for the rash of auto thefts. How stupid is that? They make a product, somebody steals it, don't blame the person that steals it, blame the product. People are getting killed left and right in Chicago, and he's suing an automobile manufacturer. That's your mayor. my hometown. What a disaster. But that's what's happening. The good guys and the bad guys, the line is blurred now. There are no good guys. The bad guys are the good guys. They can do whatever they want. Commit a crime, no bail. It's just absolutely amazing what's happened to this country. And slowly but surely it has to be taken back because people are realizing this is insanity. I went to a restaurant the other day and I wanted to go today, and I can't because it's closed. They can't find help. The work ethic now is totally unbelievable. I can't understand. I can understand getting a little help when you need help. And the government, I think rightly, started giving people some money during the COVID disaster when they were forced out of work. I think that helped. But now, nobody wants to go back to work. Nobody wants to go back to work in their workplace. They want to work from home. All Zoom, all cameras, whatever you say. There is nothing like people being together and exchanging ideas. The personal contact. We can't do it on a phone. There has to be personal contact. You going to marry someone over the phone? There has to be personal contact. The exchange of ideas is what makes people great, is what makes companies great. Mark Zuckerberg, who I'm not a big fan of, wants his people back there 4 days a week and no questions asked, and he's getting vilified for it. I back him on it. It's his company. You don't want to come here to work? Find someplace else. It's just amazing the work ethic that's going on in this country now. And being a baby boomer was totally different then because you learned it from the World War II generation. There was no such thing as a free lunch. Well, there wasn't. There is now. I hope you have a great week. This is going to be interesting to see how much Hunter and Joe Biden are on the front page. Today, Mark Meadows wants his indictments in Georgia moved to a federal court. The odds on that aren't going to happen, but it's interesting what's going to happen with this prosecutor in Georgia because everything is just orchestrated to get rid of Trump. Since the beginning of the time that he announced he's going to run for president, the man has been made the devil in disguise. I've never seen anything like it in my life. Hitler was treated better. Thank you for the Democratic Party, the weaponization of the FBI. Thank you, Director Comey, Brennan, Clapper, CIA, Garland. It's a travesty. We are a third world country under this administration. Let's get out of it. Get out there and vote. It's the only way we're going to take it back. Go to howdyboomy.com for the website for some great products for baby boomers. Go to the Howdy Boomy podcast on the YouTube channel, the Howdy Boomy channel. It's stimulating, I guess. Interesting, head-scratching. Yeah, that's for sure. God bless you. God bless America. I'll see you tomorrow.